I'm not an art guy, I guess. Anyone who says art guy obviously doesn't know anything about art. Like, Picasso sucks. I'm sorry, can we just get this? What a pile of shit this guy is. Every painting of the nose is over there, there's 2 teeth, the eyes are over there. Every person in a Picasso painting looks like that woman in Connecticut who got attacked by a chimp. I should have married a girl whose food I liked in their culture. If you're gonna get married, examine the culture of the person and make sure you enjoy the cuisine. I should have married an Italian girl or a Japanese girl. I'm Irish. I never would have married an Irish girl. I would have married a small rodent before I married an Irish girl. Because, at least once in a while, they would bring in something you like. Activists are so irritating, because I'll do these jokes, and they'll say things like, just because you're married to somebody transgender doesn't mean you're not transphobic. Actually, that's exactly what it means. Maybe you should redefine transphobic. What do you think, I just love my wife and hate all other trans people? It's actually just the opposite. And Answer's recording? Yep. All right, good. I reiterate a lot. It's very annoying.
Do you?
Welcome back to the show.
I was going to say that you reiterate a lot.
Thank you for coming back.
Yes, please.
It's been so long since I've seen you.
Oh, my God, months.
This is how mean Anthony is. We were getting ready to go on Instagram Live, and Mike, Homeless Pimp, the producer, says, I need your face. And Anthony said, pointed at a potato, which was...
your phone facial recognition.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't need Jimmy in the room.
No, just a potato.
Quite a few things I'm looking around that you could point it at. The dog's ass. I love you, Jimmy.
And I love you, sweetie pie.
You know that.
But you're not wrong. I do have a potato-like
Oh, my goodness.
face. I wanted to talk to you. Last time I saw you, a long time ago. We get it, Jim. We get it, Jim. The same. I went shooting. Did I tell you that?
Oh, wow.
I was in Austin, and I went... Bruce, who's in charge of, he takes care of all of Joe's stuff in the club, took myself and a comic who I was working with, Chloe LeBranch, to a gun range. So I had my
Have you fired guns ever before?
I think when I was in camp as a kid, we fired rifles. We tried that, but it was, I would say no, not in my adult life at all. And it was actually a lot of fun. I really liked it.
They're just fun. It's like a challenge of hitting a target like it would be for darts or anything else, but with the fireworks aspect to it, the loud report. Bam. There's something about it. It's very, it's challenging. It's fun. It's exciting. And if you first start doing it, there's this weird element of danger excitement. Yeah. You got to make sure everyone there knows what they're doing, and the safety is the number one issue. But it's a lot of fun.
I thought of you the whole time because the things that you don't think of, just how I wish that you were in front of me. God, this would be so much more fun if he was running for his life, screaming.
Target.
It was it's harder to hold. It's not like it looks in the movies. We were shooting 9mm, and they pull back.
It's not a crazy kick on a 9.
No,
I get it. It's not like a 45 or anything. But yeah, you're getting some. If you're not used to it, you're definitely going to feel it.
Does a 45 have a bigger kick?
Oh,
it does, right?
Yeah, 45. Or I have a Desert Eagle.
I thought of
which
that
is
too.
the 50 caliber pistol made in Israel.
Is it?
Yeah. It's a useless gun for anything else but going shooting at a range with your friends and laughing your balls off when you shoot it.
How hard is it to aim?
Well, it aims the same way. It's very heavy. The thing is, once you pull that trigger, you can't reacquire a target as quickly as you can with a smaller gun. First of all, you're laughing too hard. It's just an unbelievable... There's something about guys, mostly. I know there's anomalous girls that enjoy these things. But there's something about guys that when you fire a huge caliber weapon and boom, and maybe there's something in front like a a cantaloupe or something, and it just comes apart. There's just something that makes guys go like, yeah. It's fun. It's a weird primal thing.
It's the same thing that makes you want to throw a rock through a window.
Yeah.
Or break something. You feel like you're breaking something.
Yes.
But it was harder than I thought, and it was in a real range. And like the magazine, I didn't know the magazines didn't just come with bullets in them.
Oh, you got a load of
them. Dude, I have suburban pussy thumbs. I don't have...
I saw them back at the Palladium. They opened for Zeppelin. Suburban...
We spelled it P-U-S-S-I-E for the band.
Yeah, it was cool.
The label. But I couldn't. I was like, I guess I'm full. And then Bruce was like, no. Get-tuck. And he put like 6 more bullets in there.
Yeah, if you get like, obviously if you're firing an AR and there's a 30-round magazine of 223 ammo, by that 28, 29, 30, your thumb is hurting.
But you do it. You can load it.
They have auto loaders. And you stack up the rounds in this plastic little gizmo. The mag goes in it, and you go, and it puts all the bullets in.
Oh.
So that's kind of, but I don't think many newcomers to the hobby use those. But yeah, it's tough. I've gone to ranges where by the time I left, it's just, you got lead poisoning in your thumb.
Oh, the black soot?
The lead, and it just, your thumb is killing you.
Yeah, okay. I thought that was just me. I'm like, this should be a little bit easier, but I guess not.
Yeah, it's pretty common.
But that was a very Texas thing I did while I was down there. And I kind of like, and I was down there when it was freezing. It was free. By the way, if you're watching this, are they still on? All right, we'll wrap that up. We'll say what's the number again? 720-820-1337. Call
you freeloaders.
Yeah, call in. What are you watching for nothing? A little cake for the chipper.
Oof. One part of the chipper I really didn't miss.
You don't like that. Ugh. Yeah, hopefully they'll call in for some life advice. We crashed the app the last time we did this.
Yeah. We'll give a little advice. I don't fancy myself an advice guru.
No.
But I know a few things about a few things.
Sometimes when people have lived a certain life, you can watch what Ant's done or what I've done and go, I'm going to ask them, and whatever they say, I will do the opposite.
The exact opposite.
And that will be all. That's what I need to do.
Imagine looking at our lives and seeing what we've done individually and some of the mistakes we've made.
Sure.
And thinking we have any right to tell people how they should lead their lives.
It's like giving camping advice when our only claim to fame is that we starred in Brokeback Mountain. We have no right.
No right whatsoever.
Pointed at a potato. I was very funny. God damn, that was a good one. I wish we had that one on film. Wow. All right. So feel free, any callers? I wish we could screen them so we could see if there's a lady.
Some of the young ladies of the Jim Norton show.
Half of the listeners I have are women, at least on audio. Mm-hmm. I guess that the video is unpleasant for them.
Oh, so
they'd rather listen.
I can say, ooh.
Yeah, he's ugly, but at least his voice is unpleasant. All right.
Wow, quite a few callers.
Who do we got? Hello. It'd be funny if this was live. If this was the whole show. We just listened.
That? Just hello and silence. Oh, well. Cut that out. Thought I was listening to me playing video games. Oh, that's a biggie when I'm playing video games.
And for anyone who, since we can't play the music, let's just say there was a song that was playing by mistake for a second.
Yes, it's certain language. Language.
This is still my home. All right, let me know when they're ready. We'll just chat, and when they're ready, we'll get it. We have little tech problems once in a while.
It happens.
It's a part of it.
It's part of the whole thing, and it's amazing that it happens. Ooh, I like that sound. That it happens so often, but it's what do they call it? The police, ghost in the machine, as they say.
Is that what that is?
Yeah. There's always gremlins. Is another thing. Whenever you're dealing with tech, and it's amazing that we've gotten to the point where we can do things like this.
It's crazy
in our own house. But there's still things that you just can never figure out. Oh, why doesn't this work? It worked 10 minutes ago. Nothing changed.
I have no ability to look at it and
you could have just stopped.
Yes, ability. There should have been an exclamation point after that as opposed to more words. I see where you're going there. I'm so sorry. I have no ability.
I have so much fun with you.
Me too. It's always mean.
Oh my God. It's always mean.
I don't know how to. I don't know how to
stop right. Yes.
I can't. I got to stop pausing. I'm trying to think of the words. Like work through tech problems without getting rageful. Like I can't.
Oh yeah. The rage goes up for however long you have to deal with it, especially when it seems like this should not be happening. It was the thing that gets me the most often, fucking printers. And you think it's paper, Anthony. What are you doing? 2025. When I do my show, I have like shit that I put on in my notepad and my phone, links and stories. Throughout the day, you find things and go, I want to talk about that. I print it out. I don't want it on the computer screen. I want paper. Yeah. And those fucking devices, you want to throw it through the goddamn window. It's one of the tech things that is just my nemesis. Everything else, I could pretty much figure it out. Printers.
Do you know one of my greatest, the most satisfying moments I've ever had was one of the printers was like big. It was a Brother, a Canon. I don't remember what it was, but it would just never. It was always offline. Like printers offline.
Yeah,
can't
that's
find
what
printer,
it is. Can't find
printer.
the network. Can't find the printer. Ugh.
And I bought a new smaller one, and I broke the old one. And I put on my shoes, and I stepped on it, and I kicked it, and I broke it with my feet, and it felt so. I now know how Bing Crosby felt when one of the kids was crying.
That was actually a great scene in Office Space because they did the same thing in the movie Office Space.
Did they break it? I don't remember.
They brought it out to a field and just beat the shit out of this thing because it was. People have been incensed by these things for years.
Oh, you're on caller. Sorry.
Oh, there he is.
You're unmuted. Yes, we have.
Sorry, we have to interrupt our printer conversation.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. We can hear you.
Thank God.
Oh,
wait a minute,
Jim. This is Tony from Philly. I love you guys. Hearing you and Ann on the radio or show together is
Go
great.
Eagles. It's Eagles, the way the mayor of Philly spells it. Did you see her?
No.
It's one of the greatest things ever. She couldn't spell Eagles. She went ELESES.
Oh my!
Go Birds.
Okay.
I swear
She's probably dyslexic. I bet you she's hit her dyslexia.
All right.
I bet you that's what it is.
Can we play this? Oh, listen to this. Listen to this.
Mayor
It's
Parker.
insane.
Let me hear you all say ELGLES
ELGESE Eagles.
The Elgesses.
Holy
The
shit.
Philadelphia Elgesses.
What an idiot. DIOF. Idiot.
Wow. I bet you that's it sounds like dyslexia or just panicking in the moment, like
Yeah,
where you just
panicked.
your mind just becomes fucking scrambled.
It's you would think if you're the mayor of Philly, you best know how to spell Eagles.
Or don't do it.
Or just don't do it.
Or don't do it.
Right.
I know how to spell it because one time I was doing the Tower Theater and Pete Cordiale was on stage and an Eagles chant broke out in the middle of his act. They just started chanting Eagles. And
They are
Pete's
the
funny.
worst people.
They're terrible, which is why we're very popular there.
Yes, of course. They understand how terrible they are.
If you tell people in Philadelphia you're garbage, they almost get like sheepish and shy as one who doesn't know how to take a compliment.
Oh,
come on.
Thanks.
You think?
Yeah.
All right, you're on, caller. Sorry.
Sorry about that.
That's totally fine. I'll still take her over Karen Bass.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
What's going on?
I did want to bring up one thing that I really want some advice, especially from you, Jim, is I'm trying to get into Brazilian Jiu-jitsu.
Okay.
My son's into wrestling, and I've never wrestled growing up, and I figure it could kind of correlate. And
I know what you're going to say. I would say
looking for.
what I do is I put a rubber band around my stomach. Are you talking about what happens when you get really hard when you're being choked? Sorry, I mean
No,
to
but
jump
that's
the gun
why
there.
people can't bully me because that's okay. But that's why people can't bully me because they'll come.
I take it 4 times a week, twice a week for that 2 week for Muay Thai. I love it. It's great exercise. Even though I'm getting fat, I'm the only guy who's taking jiu-jitsu and gotten fatter. But it's fucking, it's great. I mean, I don't know what to tell you other than do it, man. It really is a fun way to exercise.
Is there like something to look for specifically when looking for a dojo or studio?
I would.
that,
I don't know where you're
I
located.
should weigh more over than another?
I mean, I went with Matt Serra, and I've interviewed Renzo Gracie, so I know him. So I went to his place because, and also Matt Serra is very close. So that's like a really good place to go. But I would say just find a place where the guy has some jiu-jitsu pedigree. I don't know where you live.
There is a pedigree that goes along with that. You want a name that it's not just like Bob's Jiu-Jitsu.
Right, yeah.
Yeah,
something Brazilian sounding if possible. But, you know, if the guy's a black belt or a high-level black belt, I'm sure he's qualified to teach someone who is a white belt.
Do you roll and everything? You
Oh,
get
yeah.
out there and
I take privates, and
can I point to where?
There, there is a Daniel Gracie Jiu-Jitsu by me, so I don't know if they're related at all or they're just taking on the name.
take privates. It's just terrible. It's funny, as many times as I've said that, I've never thought that I'm basically admitting to being a pillow biter. But I have private lessons with a guy, so you roll with, but he's a high-level black belt, so it's not real. But a lot of
They
times...
know that, like, you turn it down. I talk to Missy all the time because she does it. And you could... They know how to turn it down to a certain percentage where they're not 100%, but the technique and style is still all there.
The guy who's been training me is he has me roll with him. We do like 3 5-minute or 6-minute rounds, which is exhausting.
Is that? I was going to say you have to be winded after that.
Exhausting, and I'm more worried about hurting him than him hurting me because I'm clumsy and I don't know what I'm doing.
See, that's amazing because I've heard that too. Like you could be a unbelievable black belt professional and they won't hurt you as much as somebody that doesn't know what they're, not doesn't know what they're doing, but
I don't know what I'm doing.
Doesn't have that much experience.
He's giving me a position. He's letting me get him close to an arm bar or a fucking shoulder lock. I'm not earning it, but if I do it too hard, I'm actually going to hurt him. But he's letting me get there.
Yeah.
So I'm very conscious. Thank you for the call.
Teach you what it takes to get there.
Yeah.
And then when someone starts defending against it, then now you're like, bah.
Yeah. My Muay Thai instructor is very good at that, about
That's
showing
great.
you answers for how to defend against something. I love it, man.
I didn't know you were doing that. That's awesome.
I love it. Yeah, I've been doing it for like 18 months, 4 days a week, and unless I'm on the road. Yeah, you're on the phone. Yeah.
I got to admit, that did scare me.
I do that a lot.
For no reason that you think it did. But
It's funny how the karate chop just didn't make it into MMA. The karate chop really has taken it in the ass.
Works on Mannix and Cannon and some of those old 70s
The old
detective
chop,
shows.
yeah.
Bam.
And it would knock you right out in the
It
neck.
just doesn't work in real life. I don't know what that is.
You're on the phone, caller. Call in, have your life changed by a couple of experts. Ghost bed. Sleep so good, it's scary. I can actually end the read right now. That was so good, so motivating, so professional. Right now, Jim Norton can save you listeners. Those are my listeners. Get an extra 10% off, which is really great because chances are, if you're listening to this program or watching it, much less, you got a few things keeping you up at night. Probably my neck. You're probably laying there. How fat did Jim get? How much weight did the piggy boy put on? You're counting pigs to try to fall asleep, but they all have my face and a weak chin. I can't help you with that, but here's what I can help you with. How to sleep better. Because I've had sleep issues for years. I always complain about them. I'm a very, very bad sleepers. I'm a very bad sleepers. I also don't know what's singular and what's plural. I'm a very bad group of sleepers. Put your glasses on, piggy boy. In the dead heat of summer, there really is nothing worse than waking up in a cold sweat. You're wrapped in your sheets. The sheets are soaking wet. You're stressed out. You had a dream about middle school. I understand. I've been there. And he's still a teacher, by the way, and he shouldn't be. You should sleep in a ghost bed. They have a Luxe mattress. It's a total game changer for hot sleepers. It's got a patented cooling tech that keeps you sleeping up to 5 times cooler than their entry-level model. I don't know why I paused right before I finished that. It was one sentence, but I paused for dramatic effect. I am a stupid, stupid man. It's layered with breathable materials, and it pull heats away from your body. You stay cool, you stay dry, and actually asleep, even if your brain is trying to remind you of every awkward, rotten moment you've had since the mid-'90s. Ghostbed has been doing this for over 20 years, over 60,000 5-star reviews. That's what I care about. I don't care who makes it. I don't care where it's made. I don't care that it's family-owned. All great stuff. How many good reviews? That's all I care about. Over 60,000 of them. Ghostbed.com/Norton. Take their sleep quiz. It's very fast. It's easy. And it's way less stressful than revisiting your dating history, which I do sometimes when I'm tugging. You're going to get matched up with one of their 3 new models. They have Comfort, they have Signature, or as like I previously mentioned, Luxe. Each one has the Pro Core support layer. It gives you zoned, ergonomic comfort, keeps your spine aligned, pressure off your shoulders, hips, and back. None of these creepy chiropractors, no rituals, just real support. 101 sleep night trial, free shipping, 20-year warranty. Wow, 20-plus year warranty. That's double the industry standard. As you know, because I'm a big industry standard guy. And if you call them, a real person answers. They're down in Florida. No robots, no elevator music. Just somebody probably wearing open-toed shoes and sweating profusely in an office. But there's no judgment. Can't say the same for myself. But hey, I'm not your mattress. Here's the move. Ghostbed.com/Norton. Use the code Norton to get an extra 10% off on top of their summer savings. Summer savings, put in Norton, 10% off. Ghostbed.com/Norton. Promo code Norton. Sleep cooler, sleep better, even if you can't forget what you did in 2010. 3 and a 2 and a 1. Well. Brand new comedy dates. I'm heading to Cleveland. Then I go out to London, Manchester, and Birmingham with the great Jim Florentine. Going to be up in Canada, Montreal, Ottawa, and Toronto. That's all in July. Then I go to Vegas, go to Baltimore, Dallas, Fort Worth, Charlotte, North Carolina, just added, Fargo, and then awful white trash, Bakersfield, California, San Diego, Rochester, Denver, Batavia, Illinois. I don't know why I'm there and not Chicago, but just be lucky I'm coming. Portland, Eugene, Bend, Huntington, Newton, New Jersey, Bangor, Maine, even though I don't think it's Bangor, Maine. I think it's another place in Maine. Mansahawnatucket, whatever that place is, Foxwoods. And then I wrap up the year in Boston, Massachusetts. JimNorton.com. Go on now. Get yourself some tickets.
Hey, this is Jim. You've obviously reached the right
They
number.
hear when they call
So
in.
hang on.
Wow.
I'm busy. I'll get to you in a minute.
It is
Prepare to have
magical,
your
very
life improved
Indian. There's some
with
kind of
sage
It's got a
advice.
nice sound to it.
India vibe to it.
How long are you here for?
I am here until Tuesday.
No, I mean in my apartment.
Oh, you want me to leave?
Hello?
Yes.
Oh, hey, there he is.
How are you, sir?
Holy shit.
You're on the phone. Hello. What's going on?
What's up, guys?
Hey.
What's your name?
I have a dilemma.
I'll help you. We'll help you.
So
Like a good
I have an ex-girlfriend that's in treatment right now, and she's been calling me and she wants to hook up.
Are you looking for faster
Do
directions
I
to the
honor-
rehab? How do I get over there immediately? Hey,
Do I respect the Do I respect her process and let her get sober, or do I smash?
Well-
Like, what do I do here?
Well, do you drink?
are you sober? Yeah.
No, I was sober. I was sober for like 14 years. I'm not anymore.
But even if he was sober,
I
like,
understand.
isn't that a bad thing? Like, it's still a lifestyle.
You're
and
not
a-
supposed to. If
Yeah.
you can avoid with someone who's just getting sober, because it's like they're kind of finding themselves. But you know, if you're an ex, I can't tell you not to. But maybe you want to hold off and let her live her life a little bit.
Hey, I went to a court-ordered rehab for 6 months. No, it was 1 month. So I know everything.
Was it 1 month?
Yeah, it was 1 month, 30 days down there in Florida. It was recommended by Artie Lang. So when I got there, they had like the Artie Lang suite. He was legendary down there.
Oh, really?
But as far as anything that it did to, enlighten me, it enlightened me about a few things. I'll be honest. I was open-minded enough to listen to some of the stuff they were saying about addictive personalities and whatnot. And another big thing was that I'm not very, I don't know, I don't buy into the whole thing of going to some type of therapy in order to get over this past trauma. Now, I should be.
Oh boy.
I know. Jim has heard and he knows. And even just not just personal conversation, shit we've talked about on the air and on the show. But I'm kind of from the school of thought of, hey, whatever happened, and you have to deal with it. And I can't see myself sitting there weeping in front of a therapist going, it must have been my mommy and daddy that made me like this. I can't do it. Cannot do it.
And then, but again, there's like you have an exterior, as they say, you have to find like a little hole in the armor. You're a guy who's not easily. You're what they would call a tougher case of a guy who's not easily like going to get like emotional about the past.
No, get over it. Pull yourself up by your bootstraps.
That's right. And meanwhile, you're grabbing your bootstraps. You realize you're on your back with your asshole exposed. I misread that.
Grabbing the bootstraps behind my shoes.
But it's one of those things. It's like I look at it like if there's a fire in a place, even after the fire is out, long after it's out, there's that residual smell and it's in there. So a lot of times that's what you're trying to do is get rid of that fucking, when you walk in the house, that fire.
But can't you just do that by going, I don't care about the fire smell?
You can, but I think it's harder for people. And I think that for us, it's more like I want to be able to do that, but it's very difficult, especially when you see in adult life that we act out these things that we learned in childhood. Or it's really hard to just go, fuck it. Like I could say those words, but then I find myself still doing the same things or thinking the same things. I'm like, well, it's having an effect whether I want it to or not.
Do you think there's like an advantage in having more of a comedic way about yourself to deal with it? Or do you just think it purely covers it up and there's no advantage to being funny and goofing on some of the past shit?
I think both. I think it's a huge advantage. It helps you. Like, you look at it, because I've looked at things over the years that I never would have looked at if I couldn't make fun of it. I mean, the things you've made fun of that were from childhood, like, you probably wouldn't have talked about that when you were at fucking Apollo Air Conditioning.
No.
I mean,
they would have called me the F word.
Yes, they sure would have.
They should.
And I call you that too, and it's certainly not for friend. But I mean, you don't like that type of stuff that can come up with a joke. It's almost like, and it's easier for people to swallow it that way. It's easier for people to take it when you're fucking with, and they don't want to admit like, hey, I'm glad you talked about that, but they feel like, I'm glad you talked about that.
Yeah. There were plenty of instances on the O&A show where we would just talk about things, and especially my youth, my growing up, my dad, relationship with the whole family, things like that, and you'd look and think like, if you were just telling this to a therapist in a very straightforward way, they would be like, all right, here's the problem we need to deal with. But when you just tell it as a funny story,
right?
It's a funny story. How damaging could it be? It's hilarious.
Therapists are not like, and they're not the guaranteed fucking, they're not like the fixer of everything. They just help a little bit.
If they fix anything, I think it's such a minute part of what actually happens. I don't think a lot of people get fixed. I got to be honest. Therapy seems to be something, and I've never gone to therapy.
Yes, I know.
But I obviously it just seems like something that, like any other part of the medical industry, they just want to perpetuate it.
Yeah. Like,
cure you. I'm out a few bucks here. Let's keep you coming back. I've known people that have been in therapy for their entire lives.
Yeah, that's just a bad one to go with. You're right. There are like really bad ones who are just in for the next making the next session and making the money. Then there's people who are like, I want to help this guy progress. Who's on the phone? What's up? You're unmuted, caller.
Hey, what's up? My name's Alex. Sorry, I got a shitty connection.
That's okay.
What's up, guys? Let me take you up. I'm sorry. But yeah, I just wanted some advice on the Anthony's Day, right?
Yes. Hi.
A couple of years ago, on the 29th coming up, my old man, we lost him. I just want to know if there's just any advice that,
What? Did you say you lost your old man?
Yeah.
Is that what he said? He lost his old man?
I lost my old man.
Well, let me tell you when I lost my old man.
Yeah, how this is going to be groovy, baby.
My old man. Yeah, he gave me a carton of cigarettes for Christmas. Smoke up, Johnny.
That's some rugged man talk going on.
Yeah. That sucks. I mean, it's part of life. It's terrible. The one of the things I think about is when I was really young, like 7 years old, 8 years old, the idea that you were going to lose your parents someday was one of the most traumatic things. And I don't think that ever goes away unless, you hate your parents,
Right.
or the Menendez brothers. But
well, Jose understood what a warrior does. He's a good man, Jose. He gets it.
It's just one of those things where as you get
Hold on,
older,
sir. All right.
I think it's kind of tragic when your parents die when you're very young. You see that happen. Somebody's in their teens and they lose a parent or both their parents. As you get older, like I was already in my 30s when I lost my dad, and then well into my 40s, maybe 50 when I lost my mom. And, as you get older, you kind of, like we were saying before, you do accept that it's part of the whole fucking deal.
Right.
They aren't going to live forever. It sucks. But I don't know. I think you just got to take what you feel the good was about having them as your parents and move on. I mean, everything is about moving on, I think. And again, the therapy thing, I don't look at it like I have to remedy this or closure or any of this. Just accept that it happened. Don't deny that things happen.
Right.
I think that's where you get into big problems. But accept it and then fucking move on with your life.
Yeah, and don't let it bog you down. I mean, that really is. That's like a very, very devil's advocate.
Yeah. My lifts, I got them on here.
Like a bag of bricks, just put it down.
Just put it down.
It is true. It's easier said than done, but it is true.
Yes.
Just put it down. Just get rid of it. But I tend to hold on to
Easy
things.
to say, I know. Harder to even do. I say it, but I'm not one that could easily just do it. It doesn't happen like that.
No, and it's one of those things where like childhood stuff does kind of creep. Like I can't come unless I'm under a porch. Isn't it weird? The things from childhood that we
I was going to say something that would have gotten us all thrown off of social media. Comes after porch.
Oh, I knew what it was.
All right. Thank you.
I suspected. We have another caller unmuted. Mm-hmm. Good evening. Hello.
So, Jim, another update in my life saga with this ex-girlfriend of mine.
Yeah, can you update Anthony too?
Love the exes.
Yeah, give a quick update for Anthony so he knows.
All right, yeah. So, Anthony, I lived in South Carolina. Then I moved to Florida. I met this girl in South Carolina. We dated like 2 years there. I moved to Florida to change not my career, but my job location. I'm in law enforcement. She ended up staying in South Carolina. Yada, yada, yada. Ended up cheating on me.
Oof.
She ended up also moving to Florida about a year later. We kind of didn't talk, and then we kind of rekindled probably about a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
Long story short,
she has a baby.
A job out west. Yes.
She has a baby that obviously isn't his.
No, it's not. She won't tell him who the dad is. She said she doesn't know who the dad is.
Oh.
All right. So what is your
Correct.
update? What is your update? I just wanted to give Anthony a quick update on it.
I think I told Jim she ended up getting married when we were speaking. Me and her were talking, and she ended up getting married.
Well, then it's over, Johnny.
Yeah, let it go.
What are you talking about? She's married.
So, yeah, no, it's over. It's trust me, it is over. So,
is the baby more manila envelope or grocery bag? That's kind of important. But anyway, yeah, she's married. What are you doing?
So there was some money that I had helped her with. Should I just let the money go or just
Yes.
How much is it?
try?
Hold on. How much is it?
Probably like $4,000.
Let it go. Let it go.
It's like, who'd you have on from, what was that? Brooklyn?
Chaz Palminteri.
Chaz.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a perfect part of that movie. It's $20.
Yeah.
It's out of your life for $20.
And this is $4,000.
Yeah. Well, $4,000, with the problem, the price goes up. So with that, just blow that off. That sounds to me, if I was a therapist, I would say it sounds to me like you're using that money as an excuse to keep some kind of contact. To
stay connected.
To stay connected.
No.
A lot of people do this.
Yes.
They'll keep an issue connected to these people so that they can keep a relationship in some way, shape, or form. Get out of it, dude. Blow off the $4,000. That's what? One blackjack hand, right? Oh, sorry.
A man of the people. He understands.
That's a night out at the bar, right?
It's one escort with a friend.
Friends. Yes,
I don't remember
exactly.
if I told you. I was out at Epcot with a bunch of friends from work, and she was there with now said husband.
That's right.
And I basically went up to both of them. I went up to him and her, and I said, "Sir, thank you for taking this bag of trash."
Can I ask, what was the husband's favorite pavilion? What country did he like going to the most? I just need to know.
I didn't give a shit, man. I did not care.
Oh, right.
Canada. I'm a very jaded person, and when you burn me enough, I'll burn both ends of the bridge at the same time. So I just full send.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Brendan. I'm glad you're hanging in there, and appreciate the update. Thank you, sir. Yeah, I followed Brendan's side. He's called a couple of different times.
You gotta you can't stay in those toxic relationships. And like I said, so many people come up with reasons to stay. No, you don't get it. I don't want to fucking know. I wish we could end this. But she, this, that. Fuck that. It's all bullshit. You want some kind of connection with that person.
Well, you were paying. I remember your ex, and like you did you pay just because you wanted that connection with her?
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I gave her $1 million.
Is that how much it was? $1 million?
Over the course of, they spread it across 9 years. So every year I had to pay her $100,000 a year. Wow. And it was just, it was killing me.
Of course.
And
$1 million.
Yeah, $1 million. And then I hear she, blew it on this, that, and the other thing, doesn't have any left. And I'm done.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing I even want to know about what she's doing, where she is, who she hangs out. Nothing.
You're done.
I wanted that over with as quickly as possible, and it took 9 fucking years.
I remember you signing the last check. Oh, and you were so happy to be signing that last check.
I wiped my ass with do that.
Were you happy to sign that last check? It feels good, right?
It was great. And I think I shortchanged it like $100, going like,
yeah.
Because I wanted that relationship.
I wanted it
no,
to
I
keep
just
going.
wanted. I felt like I was $100 off of $1 million. Because I wanted to feel like I got you.
Hey, yeah, I didn't. Courts don't tell me what to do. I tell them what I'm going to do.
Yeah. How about that?
Yeah, that's got to be painful. You're lucky you didn't have kids.
It was rough. No kids. No common property. We didn't own a house. We were renting. All this because Dominic Barbara.
That's right.
Bloated attorney from the Howard Stern show was her lawyer. And every time he wanted me, he knew how to work that shit. When we were in court, he, in front of the judge and my lawyer and all the people, he'd be like, Anthony, do that impression of me. Go ahead, do it. Like performing Seal to make me feel like, Fredo in the chair. I'm smart. Like that. Yeah. And he knew it worked. He was a clever guy and really conniving piece of shit.
He's dead, right?
I don't know if he's dead. I know he was disbarred.
Oh, he got divorced.
He got divorced.
Okay.
And he got sued. He got arrested.
Wow.
At the Miracle Mile in Manhasset.
What is that?
For stealing. It's like a big high-end mall, like Rodeo Drive of fucking Long Island. And he was accused of and arrested for, I'm not saying anything that didn't happen, for stealing purses. From
the moment? Like they caught him in the moment?
Yeah. Wow. Stealing purses because he had a wife that was one of his attorneys that worked in the law firm.
Right.
He hired her, married her later. And then when they divorced, she learned a lot.
Oh,
and
really?
Took him for everything.
So,
justice!
Is that why he got disbarred from that arrest? Will they disbar you for that?
It was from that and other, some misappropriation of whatever.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I don't want to get into it, obviously.
Yeah, I don't know much about him other than I thought he died.
It was, believe me, I didn't feel bad when I read all this stuff.
Yeah.
After $1 million. You and your wife should share in your mutual success. Mutual success? Did she come up with an OJ song parody? No, that was
a mutual success.
Mutual success.
I always tell people divorce lawyers have this. They have more of a connection with each other than either of you has.
Yeah.
Right now, there's that whole Blake Lively thing. That's not a divorce. Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds, and they're fighting with Justin Baldini, I think his name is. There's the mutual lawsuit. She claims harassment. I don't know what's going to happen.
Right.
But it's just going to get fucking expensive and dragged out.
And like you said, the lawyers themselves, remember that old Warner Brothers cartoon with the sheepdog and the coyote?
Yes.
And they punch in. All right, Ralph, have a good night, Sam. That's what they do. And then they supposedly beat the shit out of each other for your benefit. Yeah. You pay them money, and then they punch out. See you tomorrow. It's and that's a lot of stuff. Politicians, same thing. You think Republican, Democrat, you see them beating each other up, and then they're like, hey, how you doing, buddy?
Yeah. Trump and Obama laughing, sitting there chatting. They get
a little
it.
chit-chat. Trump just went to California with Gavin Newsom. He gets off the plane. They're like, hey, how you doing, buddy? It's like, didn't you call this guy literally a piece of shit?
They forgive and forget so fast.
Oh, yeah.
They just move ahead.
Yep.
Karen Bass, fishing for knowledge.
Oh, no, I can't.
What? Do you ever get those voice memos I send you, by the way, once in a while?
I get all of them.
Oh, okay, I wasn't sure.
Like herpes. They don't go away.
I just send them when I feel an inspiration.
Karen Bass. I can't do it. I wish I could do it like you.
Like a real,
The fires of L.A. L.A. me tell you to... I can't do it.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Karen Bass and Gavin Newsom knew some fires would happen, but he let it happen. HAPPEN, me and you. We are going to suffer when the flames are burning.
Oh, I can't.
You don't like it?
My coat, please. Where's my wrap? I'm out of here. Wow.
You don't like it?
I hate it, but you're so good at it.
I love sending Anthony, and no one knows I do this. I send him voice memos of slam poetry. I'll just do one at 2 in the morning and text it to him because I know he hates it so much.
I'm going through X, of course, Twitter, and I'll go to my messages and be like, okay, boom, and there's slam poetry. This is the worst.
I know you don't like it. Yeah, it really is terrible.
But it's that you're good at it that I really hate. Not in a jealous way.
Right.
It's just like, why do you know how to do this?
I just feel it in my soul.
Ugh.
And by soul, I mean SOUL, not the soles of my feet. How many feet make a mile? Miles above, miles apart.
It's terrible.
I know.
It's fucking terrible.
It makes me nauseous to do it.
But the only good thing about it is when I see real slam poets and they're so fucking into what they're saying, I laugh because I just think of you. Yeah. So I can't take them seriously, which I probably wouldn't anyway.
It's just such there's such gravity.
Yes, I'm so smart and perceptive. And look how I manipulate the words to get my message out. Shut up, you pretentious lump of shit.
Yeah, I hate it too. Even though I do it, even though it's a gift.
You do it well. It is a gift. Ugh, like AIDS. The gift of Freddie Mercury got that gift.
He sure did. Well, that's not a nice one. I mean, you're a big fan of it.
Oh, I know. She's a huge fan.
Radio Gaga, you know. All right.
All we need is HIV.
All right, let's go to the next caller.
Caller, please.
You're on the phone with Ant and Jim. What do you got?
So last night I met a woman online, and
I'd like to meet her, Rupert.
Everything.
Yes, sir. Sorry.
Go right ahead. You met a girl online.
Everything was great. Yeah, we matched everything. Just like we just hit it off, and the thing is, she lives 3.5 hours away. And I can already tell she's really interested. And she's even mentioned things like, well, maybe if this works out, you can move up here. And,
Oof.
Isn't that local in L.A.? Like
3.5
hours.
I know. It's like going to
the traffic, the 405.
It's like going to the 5 and dime on 405.
You take the 5 to the 405. I know.
Yeah, 405. That's what time I'll be there if I leave at 1, you know.
That's 3 hours.
Regular guy joke.
That's true.
Regular guy driving.
3.5 hours is not that crazy, but I will say that for her to be mentioning this before you've met is a little fucked up.
Yeah, like we can maybe live together.
Maybe you could move up here if it works out. Does she have a kid?
No.
I thought maybe she's
And I'm
desperate for a
currently
stepdad.
unemployed and in school. So there's a part of me that's like, oh, maybe this is cool if I can't pay rent. And
Is it Mexico or Sacramento? Which way is it 3 hours?
Yeah, that's right.
3.5 hours is very important.
Yes, I sell fruit on a
think
cart in
it's
Juarez.
Fresno.
I do something called a donkey show.
I need somebody who will still kiss me when my mouth smells like hay and animal. Oh yeah. Well, which way is that's a great question. Is it 3.5 hours north or south?
Where is she?
Up by Sandy Franny?
North. It's right outside of Fresno.
Oh, wow.
Is that where you grew up or no?
No, I was in
I've
San Juan
never
Capistrano,
been.
How far is
Orange
that?
County, right around Laguna Beach, Dana Point.
Where's
Southern
that?
California.
Oh, southern. Okay.
Between San Diego and L.A. Like,
Oh, I thought you were
yeah.
way more north than that.
Oh, no. Where the girls are warm. The fucking, I don't know. Yeah, no, I was Southern California, Orange County. But Fresno is like,
Does suck?
that's kind of like deserty. Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
like
just kind of like traffic.
trailer parks in the middle of the desert.
Do you know I drove through? Thank you very much for calling. Godspeed. I would say this: be careful that she's not a psycho. If she's already talking about moving in before you've met, she's probably a little nutty and desperate for somebody.
Needy.
I drove from, I think it was L.A. to Phoenix or whatever I was doing. So I drove through
Philadelphia, Atlanta, L.A., Northern California, where the girls are warm. Because
Beach Boys.
oh, do I have to go?
No, I was trying to think
No,
of.
keep on rocking me, babe. Keep on rocking.
I hate that song.
Who doesn't? More than who?
You know, I don't like that song either.
You know what? I cannot hear that song now and not go, who? You've destroyed the Who for
I'm
me.
happy. I'm happy. Or my generation.
Yeah,
I hope you can no
Talking
longer.
about my generation. Shut up.
Stop it. I'm stuttering, stammering idiot. I was I drove through. It was where did Bob Hope used to live?
Palm Springs?
Might have been Palm Springs. It was 105, and it was like 11 p.m. It was fucking crazy.
Like the hottest place on earth.
Is it really like in California?
Yeah, that part, Death Valley kind of.
Yeah. And it was absolutely disgusting. It was an overnight drive. Where it was going, I don't remember, but it was it was I want to say 105 at like 11 o'clock. I took pictures of it. It was terrible. But then I became obsessed with Bob Hope, and I'm like, I just started looking up where his old houses were and what his life was like. You ever just go down one of those weird fucking rabbit? Oh, there it is.
All the time.
There's that weird Bob Hope
Oh,
house.
wow, that's his house. It looks like the TWA terminal at Kennedy.
Yes, which they made into a hotel.
Yeah.
Which
Amazing.
I kind of want to stay at, but I can't because I live here.
You live here. It's weird, right? Because I wanted to do that too. They have like an old Constellation, which is like one of the most beautiful planes ever built.
Yes.
And it's a bar. So you can go from the hotel into that, sit down and have some beverages. They have a, what do they call that? A zero entry? What is it called? The pools that go right to the edge?
Oh, a zero, like I know what you mean.
Whatever it's called.
It's a pool that goes to the edge, but it looks like an infinity pool.
Infinity pool. And then you could, look at that. It's beautiful.
Oh, that's awesome.
And then you can go into the pool and watch the planes land at Kennedy, choke on some aviation fuel. But, it's a pretty good idea because that was like, they didn't know what to do with it. It was very historic.
Yeah.
It's one of those things that just reeks of the era, the 60s, kind of that whole intrigue with air travel.
Catch Me If You Can.
Yes, that whole thing. What a great, again, old. I'm just like, what a great time. I wasn't even alive then. I was 5.
But it was a great time.
To and shame, my friend. I love you.
But it's one of those I've been looking at these old planes from the 30s.
Oh, beautiful.
But they said it was like we glamorize it, but they're like the turbulent because they can only fly at like 13,000 feet.
They would crash constantly.
And dropping hundreds of feet. They had like buckets. They had vomit bowls under the seats.
Oh, wonderful.
They said it was nothing like one person died
They died after turbulence, but they probably broke their neck or had a heart attack. This is in 97.
Nothing really happens with turbulence. But to this day, I take the big vomit buckets over some of the clientele on Spirit.
Yeah,
which I wouldn't be caught dead flying.
No, I wouldn't either.
You're a major airline
gentleman.
guy. Yeah,
fly
you're
a gentleman's
major airline guy. Do you fly first class?
Oh, it's cute. I mean, if it ain't first class, I ain't going.
It's a cute.
I tried to, yeah. I mean, I can't remember the last time I flew. I can't fly private. It's too expensive. And those planes make me nervous. They're so fucking small. And
the little jets.
You don't care about turbulence.
No, because nothing ever happens. Turbulence does not bring planes down. Wind shear, that'll bring it down.
Used to, yeah.
Idiots. Yeah, now they have warnings. Idiot air traffic controllers, which, hopefully, not getting political, but hopefully some things happen where we don't have to worry about that. But, if you're bouncing around up there, the planes are amazingly built to take all that. And it's a very short period of time, by the way. You aren't in turbulence for a half hour.
No, it's usually...
You're in turbulence for like a couple of minutes, maybe. Rough air, as they call it now.
A little choppy.
We were going to keep the seatbelt light on because we're expecting some rough air. Rough air?
Rough air. That word, they know the word.
The Jets are going to have their way tonight. It's rough air. Look out.
I was on one recently going to L.A., and the seatbelt sign was on from the time we took off from Newark until we passed Chicago. It was 3.5 hours of bad air. But again, it wasn't constant.
Like bam, bam. But
no.
You're shaking.
You're shaking and looking. We're going to look for a better altitude.
Yeah.
I was so nervous.
Yeah, they're always looking for a better altitude.
And sometimes I follow on that fucking FlightAware app. Do you have that app?
I'm sure you do.
It's
yes, I do.
I check the altitude. They haven't changed altitude. They must have found.
Are we turning? Are we turning?
I look at the weather and I see if we're going to fly, it's probably going to be bumpy over that. And then usually it is.
Yeah, clouds and mountains.
I'm just so sick and tired of being nervous on fucking planes.
I can't believe it because you fly more than anyone I've known. You being a
time.
comic, all you comics, you're on planes constantly. And you would think over that much time, you'd just be like, I used to think of going to the airport and flying like it was an event. I couldn't do anything before, no matter what time the flight was. If the flight was at 4 p.m.,
that's right.
I'd wake up and my whole day was dedicated to, the airport, this. Now, I don't give a fuck. I got clear. You have TSA, right?
I do, yeah.
I just have clear. And very rarely, I think of the Atlanta airport, that sucks.
Yeah.
Fucking packed, no clear or something, whatever it was. But clear it's pretty much just as good as TSA.
Yeah.
And I go through there. I don't even think about it anymore. I go and fly and have no fucking qualms about how long it's taking. We're pros at the baggage thing. I look around now judgmental as fuck. Are you out of your mind? You take your shoes, take them off. It's 2025. This happened almost the last century. Close to the 1900s, they told us to take our shoes off.
Oh, Richard Reed? Yeah, that's the shoe bomber. That's the guy.
The shoe bomber. He did it all.
2003.
You son of a bitch.
Thanks to him.
But what about the underwear bomber? Why don't we got to take our drawers off?
I know. Imagine that plane full of people came down. They all would have been killed.
Wait a minute. Funny.
The underwear bomber. He's still alive. Is that great?
He's still, what is he, Guantanamo? No,
he's in prison.
Probably let him out.
Yeah.
Again, political. I won't get
the underwear bomber, Umar Farouk Abdullah Talab. He is. It was 2009 on Christmas Day of all the days. He probably didn't realize, and
he didn't realize.
He tried to blow his little penis off. Imagine your fucking underwear explodes, and you're like, "I'm still flying." The plane is still up.
It just burned, like when you used to empty a firecracker and light it on fire and just go. That's what it did on his dick. Well, you sure got us. Ooh, now I'm afraid to travel.
Looking at it, it was probably a big fire.
Yeah.
It wasn't an Irish guy.
Put another giant log on the fire.
I have to.
Yeah, there's people warming their hands on it,
roasting marshmallows. Swinging it around.
Yeah, of course.
Doesn't even hurt.
We get it, Jimmy. It's big.
Big fucking cock. I'm going to pee real quick and we'll come right back.
Go.
I have to piss.
Here for the goddamn duration.
We're recording? It's so infuriating that I say that. We just took a quick break so I could piss, and I don't know how you do it. Like, you would do this on the radio show.
Oh, yeah. I go the whole show without having to
crazy
take
how
a
you
leak.
never have to piss.
I don't know what it is. It's one of the great things, one of the great attributes that the Lord gave me, the ability to not piss for many, many hours.
My grandfather was like that. They said he could sit there and drink 2 6-packs and not get up to take a piss.
Wow. 2?
Yeah.
Pussy.
But you don't have to go to the bathroom at all. I'm fascinated with that.
I could, like, if I felt the need, I could get up and take a leak, but I'm not like, oh my God, I got to take a piss. I don't know what it is.
You would sit there for the
It's
whole show.
always been that way, the whole show. Everyone else would take a piss. I'd do the live reads or whatever it was, and I never really had to get up and, do you need me to walk you over, Anthony?
Do you get, I was reading something about trauma. Yeah, because when I go in for MRIs, I go in just
Why do you have to? You just do you do that like life thing where they
once a year.
Once a year you get scanned and they okay.
Colonoscopy every couple of years. Well, more often than most.
You go, what's this basketball trophy? We see a lower abdominal anomaly.
Well, I'm just getting tested a lot at home. The old gal gives me
That's cool. So you go in,
get my endoscopies, colonoscopy, all that stuff done. But MRI, which you only really need for your brain, and I kind of wanted to. I just know that I'm walking into an insult. I wanted to get my brain scanned, Anthony.
You'll get nothing. Okay, I get it.
Just to do
but it's more than just like I had to do an MRI for my heart at one point.
But is your whole head and stuff in there, or
you're in the tube? It's like they tell you can't move. They put music on. They go, you want some classic rock? And it's like, yeah. And then they give you this tube, this acoustic headphone, because it can't have speakers
metal,
or magnets or metal. So the sound actually travels up these rubber tubes into your ear, like an old airplanes used to do that.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of, you're not getting the best music, but you're not there for the music. And then you just really got to be really still. It takes a lot of discipline. And I could see how people could get freaked out about that because I'm not a claustrophobic guy in normal circumstances. I'll watch that fucking like cave guys.
Insane.
I cannot watch that. The Rock is here and they go, I'm dragging myself. You're fucking out of your mind.
Yeah, it's like being teabagged by a mountain. It's fucking insane.
What fun. It's one of those things though that you just don't, it's not a natural thing you have to go through in life, going into a cave. So MRIs, while they're tight and everything, I think the setup, them explaining to you, this is this, you got to stay still. It doesn't freak out as much, but when you start going in, you could definitely understand that people could freak out in there.
And when they do I was so nervous on my last one that the place was good. They had to do it piecemeal. Like they would do my chest and then pull me out for a minute.
Oh, wow.
Put me back in, do my abdomen, groin. You know what I mean? They need to bring an extra camera for that one, believe me. So you're a grown man, you have a clit. Someone in this house had to. But I can't. But if you're gonna do the head one, they have to put you in where they kind of bolt your head in, and then and it just freaks me out so much.
Remember, you brought up The Exorcist 3. Remember in 1 where they put Reagan in?
Yep.
Yes, I'm in an MR. No, Reagan, the other one, the cute little one. They put her in, and it was like her head's in a vice. They got the lights in her face, and it was going. It was like this loud cracking sound as the thing spun.
And she's screaming?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're thinking like, well, I don't care. Kill me. I'm not getting a fucking MRI ever in my life. They've made it a little better, I guess. But the most horrifying thing is, have you seen the videos of those without the cover on them? And see all this metal hardware spinning at an unbelievable speed?
Terrifying.
That to me is fucking horrifying that there's shit that close spinning. Yeah, look at this. Your head's in there.
How can they not do it faster, though? Like, that's what they call a wide... That looks like a wide-bore MMI. I went down a rabbit hole because you wanted 3 Teslas, which is the highest one they can do.
Yeah.
But they're typically only a smaller hole for that type of resolution. So they found one that was like a wide bore, which I'm turning into. I had to say it or he would have.
I wish. God, that's good.
But I went into one, and even my doctor goes, he can't do it. And he goes, the only reason to get these head ones, he goes, if you have brain cancer, they would do it. But he goes, by the time they did anything, you're going to have symptoms anyway. So it's like, he's like, you don't need to do that one. He goes, it's not a necessity.
Interesting.
But I still wish I could do it. But for the chest one, that you do like other stuff.
It's never comfortable.
That sucks.
None of it's comfortable. None of it. It's you have to do it.
Yeah.
So you suck it up and you fucking go into it and you do what you got to do.
I can't breathe. I feel like I'm choking on my tongue when I'm laying on my back. Oof. It really is. Can you sleep on your back? I can't.
I sleep every fucking way. One thing I flip over constantly in the night. Like I'll be laying one way and go, no, if I was videotaped, I'd look like a fucking mental patient in
I understand.
Asylum.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, just during the day.
Sure. If they read your Twitter feed, they'd say that. Sleeping on your back can be good for your spine and neck. Yeah, but I can't do it. I get too claustrophobic and I can't breathe. But you're a guy.
How's you snoring?
You know, I wear a mouth guard and it pushes my jaw out like that a little bit. Yeah.
I never wanted this for you.
Yeah, exactly. I was thinking more Sling Blade, but that would have been a better one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Godfather Sling Blade.
Ain't got no gas in it.
Not saying that about me. Thank God. Oh, I've been taking these. I've been doing these. I love these. They're Huel, and I'll give them a free plug because I do love them. And it's like it's a meal. It's almost like a meal and drinking your meal, which and they have different flavors, and they're amazing, and they're 400 calories, and then you don't eat. But wow.
And do you not eat, or do you do it and eat?
Well, I've done both. I've treated them as desserts, which you shouldn't do. But if it wasn't that, but I've also used them. Like today, I had one. I haven't eaten yet. I just had one of those.
Okay,
and it was great. But sometimes they make me a little gassy.
Oh boy,
and I love it. And I mean, it's bad stuff.
You've always loved a good gasser.
I love being gassy. I really do. And they're just the type under the, and I just hear her just go like, "You're disgusting." And I'm like, do you understand what a victory that is? I keep blaming the dog. I love having a dog so I can fucking blame Taffy.
Blame the dog. Yeah, that little guy is not going to put out the type of gassers that Jim has.
Oh, did I fuck up? I fucked up so bad. The other day we were in the hallway there, and at the end of the rug, Taffy has chosen that as a bathroom spot for some reason. It drives me fucking crazy. Adorable. Taffy will go there and go to the bathroom. So we have a pad down, but this time we didn't. So I'm loading something into a box, and she sits down with these plates.
Never hear that.
Typically not. Whenever I see one, I go, dust comes off.
You hear an ew and then footsteps running away.
So, yes, I was
a little taffy. Yes.
Yeah, a little taffy, and I was putting something hard and fast in a box.
Yes.
And there was these plates she came over with, and she sat down, and I smelled something, and I realized that he had dropped a huge log of shit.
Oh, Jesus.
And she put her hand, and her hand was about to go in it, and I was like, whoa, 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 and she picked her hand up. And I've regretted it. Like, I could have seen my wife put her fucking hand in dog shit.
Oh, that would have been awesome.
And I fucked up, and I told her.
Oh.
What a stupid boy.
Yeah, that would have been, because you'd have laughed your ass off.
What's better than, no matter how much you love somebody, them putting the back of their hands and knuckles into a pile of fresh dog shit? I mean, I fucked up so bad. It's like it was like the time I was dating someone, and we were down in Texas, and I was actually watched it happen. I watched a married couple. I watched a woman stand on the X for the Kennedy assassination.
Yeah.
And a car was coming, and her husband was like, "Get out of the way."
Dealey Plaza.
Yeah, and he warned her. And I just always thought what a tactical error that was.
Yes.
You know, it wouldn't have been your fault.
Oh, imagine being able to film another person dying on that X.
Yeah, it's
perfect.
Hey, they released all the. Did they release?
Yeah, what do you think about that? I think we've heard everything.
I think so. Like Operation Norwood, people knew about, and now it's just kind of official, I guess. But I didn't
think
read
even when
any
they
of it.
release documents, they're still redacted. I don't think we're ever going to get. But at this point in my life, I think we know.
Yeah.
We kind of just pieced enough together, especially with the advent of the internet and social media and the ability for us to see a lot of other people's ideas. I think LBJ had a lot to do with it, if not was the guy that actually went, let's figure out how to do this and get rid of this fucking guy. And then other people were involved, the CIA and even the mob. But I think LBJ was like, his people were telling him, this motherfucker does not want to do Vietnam, and we want to, and we got to get rid of him.
You know, I went against being a conspiracy guy with this, but I'm not so married to not that it's not either. Like, you know what I mean? I just I want the proof. I want the whatever, and so much bullshit information comes out. But yeah, Lyndon Johnson, could I buy that he somehow wanted this to happen? I don't buy all of the. Someone was told to stand down. Like, I don't believe.
Stand down is a big thing with conspiracies.
They say it all the time, no matter what it is. Oh. Stand down. Oh. No one says that.
No one actually says.
I've been told to kneel down.
My dick stands down without me even saying a word to it.
It does. It just kind of collapses, and I'm embarrassed.
Yeah, it's not even like, oh, LBJ did. Maybe he just wanted him gone, and casually was like, yeah, boy, it would sure be good if this guy was gone.
Yeah.
Like, and then it just kind of spreads like that.
Yeah.
So I don't know. The thing about the times we're living in now, I give everything I hear the benefit of the doubt. I don't believe it, but I don't disbelieve everything just because of this undying faith in our country and government anymore. I could look at things, and when people come up with some scenario that is deemed conspiratorial, I'll kind of look and go, who the fuck am I to say, no, that's impossible? I've seen some crazy shit, especially over the past few years, where, again, who am I?
Yeah, and I kind of got like that too with the vaccines. Like, I thought, just take it and all that, just take it. But then the more I've seen, the more I'm like, I allowed my dislike of Rand Paul to kind of cloud how I saw that. Like,
right.
You know what I mean? Like, so I kind of did what I accuse other people of doing.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at it and I'm like, no, they were right about a lot of it. Not all of it. I still think it was a good thing. I'm still glad I took it. But they were right about a lot of the bullshit. And yeah, there was a lot that they were right about that was being silent. So I was like, yeah, I'm trying not to be the fucking asshole that I hate.
They didn't want anyone saying anything bad about it.
Right.
And a lot of the news stories that come out now, just today, I saw, the CIA said that it was a lab incident in China that released this. This was exactly what would have gotten you thrown off of social media for posting a few years ago. And now it's gospel.
The CIA and the FBI, I am you, we are each other.
Wow. I just can't. I can't even comment on that.
You don't
nonsense.
Like it?
Oh, it's terrible. I hate it.
I know. Oh. I love your irrational, and in this case, rational hatred of things. Is so many things I do.
Oh, dude.
I'm like, he would hate this so much.
And then you send it to me.
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of being of a voice note.
Yes.
You can just send a slam poem to someone who hates slam poetry.
You know what I always loved about you in the context of the O&A show and what I would talk about? I would be talking about a topic that felt very passionate about and very angry. I'd be like, and this fucking shit, we shouldn't stand. We need to do it because it's fucking bullshit. And I'd look over and you're laughing at me. And it just brought me right back down to earth. Like, yeah, I'm just an asshole. I'm like, I'm pontificating.
But I love bait. Like, it would always make me laugh when you would talk about something and then go like, well, do you not like them when they do that? Like,
oh, I know. Like the naive guy go, so you're saying maybe you don't enjoy
it's
that?
Not right? Yeah.
No, and I go, no.
It would always make me laugh a lot.
Infuriating.
Somebody else is irrational.
Yes.
And again, I certainly get it's so hard to see it when I'm doing it, but then afterwards I'm like, wow, why was I so fucking mad about it? Like I could have handled that a little better.
That's what I've seen a few backstage antics with you.
Oh my God.
Something, maybe the boom
crazy
camera wasn't
well, that you're talking about the shooting of that special.
That's something that you want to go right.
And we had
that's a rational anger.
The shadow I was watching going across and seeing my friends' faces in the crowd. Yeah.
World's got shadow, babe.
It should.
World's got shadows, babe.
Yeah, sure it does. We stand in the shadows, the shadow of others, our brothers and mothers.
Oh, God, he rhymes it. I hate it.
Once in a while,
I can't come up with the rhymes.
Yeah, once in a while, a nice rhyme.
Yeah, shadows.
Yeah, mothers and fathers. You didn't care for that. Where are we at? I mean,
ooh.
We're an hour 16, but there's more callers.
Oh, let's do a couple
more calls.
Wow,
we're here to help.
Oh, let's do a couple of more. Wow,
Yeah,
I had no idea. I just realized I haven't checked.
Love it.
Yes, hello. You're on with Anthony and Jim.
My name is Ashley from Canada.
Oh, that's very
And
nice.
I'm so excited because I have listened to you guys forever, and I actually called into your old advice show about how I used to chip too much. Literally, my friend one time almost crashed our car because I wouldn't stop chipping.
Oh,
so.
she would chip too much.
I'm so excited.
Okay, I got you.
Your friend probably
Yeah.
didn't crash
And-
because he was laughing. He probably almost crashed because you were bothering him. And that's what happens when you Google Chip Chipperson. That's what comes up.
She was a
Chip, and I
she, though,
almost
too.
drove off
She
the
was
road
actually-
to kill her. I buckle my seatbelt, unbuckle hers, and I almost drove off the road.
You like in that movie? What was that movie where Jeffrey Bridges is trying to show Rosie Perez? They survived the plane crash, and he can't be killed. He can't die. And he crashes the car in, and she's like, "Bubbles, Bubbles, my baby, Bubbles." And he's like, hold on to that toolbox to prove that she couldn't have held Bubbles when the plane crashed.
Right.
It's not The Vanishing. My eyes are closed. What is it? It's Fearless. That's it, Fearless.
Fearless.
Yeah.
Yep.
Bubbles, my baby, Bubbles. John Turturro is in that.
Great actor. I love Johnson.
Yes, sorry. Go ahead, madam. I got off on a little tangent.
Yes,
what
go
do you
ahead.
got, babe? Don't be shy.
No, I could be on a tangent all day. I'm so excited. And I'm also a huge fan. You guys literally have shaped me as a woman. So excited.
I hope not too big.
Yeah, exactly.
so
How
you
long
have
is your
a-
cock?
You're like...
Hope the shape isn't round.
Yeah, exactly. It was shaped like a woman, not a globe, we hope. Not a water
it's not
buffalo.
like a Pepsi can or anything. Don't worry.
Could you turn her volume down just a little
It's
bit?
meaty, Jimmy, but it's not.
To zero.
Oh, sorry.
No, that's okay. You're eager. So it is
Sorry,
meaty.
I'm
Hold
so
on. You
excited.
had me at meaty. So you have a big...
Yeah, I know you're like a meaty pussy, so I had to say it, right?
Yeah. I'm happy for you. So where in Canada, babe? Talk at me.
It's in Alberta. It's so small.
Oh,
Like I said.
Alberta.
Yeah.
I've heard of it.
Yes.
So what did you want to say to Anthony and
Nothing
Jim
to see.
besides the
we
obvious
all want
praise?
you to come here, though, Jimmy. How many people?
She's pointing at her face.
So I do actually have a question.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So I've everyone always tells me to be a comedian, but in the back of my head, I'm like, everybody's friend tells them that they're funny.
Yeah.
And I always think of you, Jimmy, because I watch so much comedy. Of course, you mimic what you watch.
Sure.
So I'm like, I want to do it because I have so much trauma and I could talk to a dead crowd because I've had to talk to my family my whole life. So
Yes.
that doesn't bother me. But I also don't want to be prowling the stage as a panther because I'm a comedy cuck. So I don't want to mimic other
Right.
comics.
So how do you do it and be yourself? I would say this, and thank you for the call, dear. Thank you very much. You can listen.
Very
on hold.
important, though. How old a gal are you?
That's a great
Because,
question.
Look, comedy, it's a young
Well, and I'm
person's
38,
game. 38.
Right? That's what it's, yeah.
Well,
So
you're
the old
Just
over the
stepping
hill
into,
growth. I get
dipping
it.
your foot into the comedy pool at 38.
You never know. You don't have to do it and become where it's your life, but you can do it where it's one of those things where you just have fun doing it and you do it as a hobby.
There you go.
On the side, and if you want to
Right.
be yourself,
Okay.
you'll grow out of influences other people have on you. But I would say try it and give yourself a few months, and don't put any pressure on yourself or results. Just enjoy it and realize you're doing something for fun, not because you have to do it. I mean, you have to get somewhere.
What a positive comment from Jimmy.
Yeah,
Right.
she's gonna fail.
Just trying to help her for
Yeah,
this
exactly.
minute.
Yes.
Psychological Band-Aid I just put
Christ,
on
get
her.
off the ledge. No, you never know. Do it because you enjoy it. It's worth doing. So
As long as you're having fun doing it and enjoy doing it, yes.
honestly, yeah. All right, Ashley.
There she goes.
One
thing I've always quick because it kind of goes with what we do. One thing I always think about when I watch a comedy special or clips of people's sets, I always think that you don't watch these.
Never.
You don't watch other people's comedy. And you've said for years that it's because you don't want to be influenced by it.
Yeah.
And not only I don't want to take some, because I don't think you go there and go, oh, let me take that.
Right.
You don't even want to know if you've had parallel thinking. You want to do what you do and do that. And I find that fascinating. And it's an unbelievable discipline, because I have to watch other people's shit.
You know, it's not like I'll watch clips online at this point, like they're going through. But like Louis stuff. I didn't watch Louis specials, and I'm seeing some clips lately. I'm like, oh God, these are great. Like, I'm so happy I haven't seen these yet.
Oh, look, it's the first time for you. They're dozen years old.
They're 2007. Yeah. I've never seen it.
Pre-jerk off.
But I don't want to be influenced, and I don't want to know.
Right.
I have to be able to trace a joke back. Like if someone goes, hey, so-and-so does that, I have to be able to go backwards and know where I got it from.
Where you got it from, and it has nothing to do with that person.
There was one joke I did where it was like, where I overguess or whatever it was, and someone's like, so-and-so does that, but I remember where I got it from. It was from Master Poe when he said, perhaps more than that, Jim.
Perhaps more than that. God, we have such a great time using that for years.
And that is where the cycle of this joke came from. Like, I remember I could trace it back. So,
there is such a thing as parallel thinking.
100%.
And if you see another comic, though, doing something that you do, not that you do verbatim or
a very
anything,
similar
but
line,
the same idea, you would probably be more apt to not do it anymore.
Yes, and I wouldn't feel
and
good
you don't
about
want to do that. I get it.
Yeah, I got 9 dirty words you can't say on TV. And
that's a good one.
Like, he did 7.
What a great original idea.
Thank you very much. Let's do one more caller. Go ahead. You're on the phone. We still got a bunch of people waiting.
Oh, yeah.
What's up? You're on with Anthony and Jim. Lucky you.
I have a bit of a question for you guys. And I know you are the worst people to ask.
Sure.
Get it.
I just got a job at a hospital after working construction my whole life, and I am desperately failing at trying to tone down the asshole I used to be in front of my coworkers and patients.
Wow.
I would say always make sure if you're thirsty that you drink the lemonade out of the silver bowl.
And the brown ice cubes as well.
Yes, they have some really nice. They have pudding that they'll leave in there. A lot of times it's a different color. Depends if someone's innards are coming out.
I'm assuming you're not a doctor or a nurse. You're probably maintenance that went into a hospital environment from construction.
Oh, no, I'm an ER nurse.
Really?
All right, girly man.
Exactly. ER.
Nurse. Look out.
Some of the things ER.
That's how did you do that?
Yeah.
That's a big change.
Well, it was I don't know.
Right.
I couldn't tell you.
Right.
I spent my whole life on a job site, and then I was like, fuck this, my back hurts.
Okay. Construction workers are very funny people, and they could say shit that's really like not right.
Off color.
And very off color.
A little rude.
Yes, offensive. So going from construction into any other job, you're probably going to have a
Where
problem.
you need a bedside manner.
Yes.
All right. Thank you very much for the call. This is what I would suggest to tone it down. Just think, how would this look if I had to say it to whoever's in charge of the hospital?
Oh, that's a good, yes.
Like,
yes.
would I be happy with him hearing this? And I'm not going to say or her because it's a him. Would I be comfortable saying this to the guy that pays me?
And make sure they're totally passed out before you try anything while they're laying there powerless.
Yes. If you're going to jerk off on someone, look for the toe tag. You're home free if you see a toe tag.
If the pulse goes above 60, run.
Get out because they're waking up and they're not pleased with your shenanigans. I wrote something down because I realized that, like, you ever learn something from a movie you've seen 50 times? I was watching Wall Street again.
Oh, yeah.
Which I love.
Love it.
Do you know, like, you know how he always goes, hey, here's the best news, Gigi? You remember, like, Charlie Sheen would call him that? He would always go, hey, Gigi, what do you do? Like, he would say that. He would call him Gigi. And I didn't understand why he was doing that. And then it just hit me last night. Oh, it's Gordon Gekko.
Gordon Gekko.
For anyone that remembers that, it just hit me that he was calling him, great news, Gigi. And I didn't understand. I never knew why he called him that. And then last night, I was like, oh, Gigi.
And it seems so obvious.
Now that I've said it, I realize, A, it's a very boring thing to say in a podcast. And B, no one cares. C, it's a 40-year-old film. D, I should fucking hang myself. E, my wife has a dick. And F, I should shut the fuck up. I made an observation that was interesting to no one. If Michael Douglas was here next to me, he'd go, shut the fuck up. I got cancer from eating pussy. Yeah. What a great way to get it. You know how bad smokers feel when they see him having his tongue fixed? What happens? I ate out Catherine Zeta-Jones. What did you do? I smoked Winston's. What a lousy way to get fucking
Zeta-Jones asbestos pussy. Jesus.
That's not a proud thing for your wife to know.
No.
Your fucking box gave your husband a fucking throat
And it's
malady.
like your doctor said, yeah, it's probably your wife's pussy that did this to you.
Or he had it before from another.
What a guy, just like going down on her enough to get cancer
What a
from
troop. But then again, you never know. It might not have been her. It might have been, I mean, Michael Douglas may have been doing that for a long time.
Oh, a lot of. What a
sure.
guy, though, right?
Oh, what a professional.
Gotta give it to him. He's going in for the kill every time.
Great actor. I mean, The Fatal Attraction, Wall Street. Do you know what's good with
Make
him?
him believe he likes doing it. Going
he?
down on a woman.
Is he a little,
No. But who really likes it?
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, it's like, yeah, nobody
Oh,
really.
Sorry. Do you remember what it's like? Don't
I
you?
do, yes.
Oh, right?
Yes. Yes. It's like fucking French kissing an octopus.
Release the Kraken.
Yeah, I thought you were saying maybe he's a little gay. I didn't know.
No, he's all man.
I thought so, yeah.
I think he's all man.
I think he is too. But he might have got that from somebody else. You don't know if it was Catherine Zeta-Jones. He might, but you know.
He probably ran through Hollywood.
Are you kidding?
Back in the old streets of San Francisco days, and then his movies, Romancing the Stone.
That's right. The Star Chamber. You ever see that?
Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah.
It's a good movie. But he probably had so much of that Hollywood pussy during the time where they didn't give a shit.
They didn't care. Fuck whoever you want.
Disease you have.
There was
deal with it in the 80s.
I knew his brother Eric. He had a brother named Eric who was gay.
Yeah, he was kind of fucked. He wasn't like the prodigal son.
No, he was doing stand-up. And I knew him from doing stand-up.
Wow, the lowest rung of the entertainment
I mean,
ladder.
it literally fucking chauffeur for Weinstein was considered a more prestigious job by today's standards.
More dignity.
Than fucking stand-up comedy. What do? I bring tissues to Prince Andrew. Oh, wow.
You're a great man.
You're a great man. At least you're not a comedian. I hate that I just accidentally snorted after that.
It happens.
But he would come in and do stand-up, and he was, he was. I think he was doing drugs, and he was kind of a wild, but he was a nice dude. I mean, he was friendly, but he would do a lot of jokes about his dad being Spartacus. So we were like, all right.
Oh, okay, we get it.
We got it.
Yeah. Michael Douglas looks a lot like Kirk Douglas now.
How old is he? He's got to be 80.
He's in his 70s at least, like late 70s. 80. He is 80 this past, September? Yeah.
He's starting to look like Kirk Douglas.
He's looking like Kirk Douglas.
When you look at the older pictures of him, he looks old now. But again, Michael Douglas was handsome for 50 years. So
yeah, you
fuck
gotta
him.
take that.
Yeah, you got it. You
and
got lucky.
still, even old, you could tell he's just old handsome.
Yeah. Kirk Douglas, really. I mean, look, he made it to 103, I think, right?
Yeah.
God love him.
God bless. Spartacus, he was...
I did not know that.
Get it.
I know. Imagine being Spartacus' son.
Oh, is that what he did?
Oh, my God.
He couldn't possibly be good enough. And
yeah, it was a lot of...
what happened to him?
He's dead. He died.
Right.
Yeah, he died. I don't know what happened to him. How did Eric Douglas die? Was it a drug overdose?
Had to be.
Yeah,
right?
might have been.
That's suicide. I don't know. Where'd he go?
Oh, he died in 2000.
46.
He died in 2004. That's right after I knew him in the 90s, I think, the late 90s.
Oh, banana, drug issues. Death. There it is. Maid found in Manhattan apartment. Autopsy and toxicology later determined his death was caused by acute intoxication. Adorable intoxication.
Acute intoxication. There's nothing cute about it. You're intoxicated. It's not out-toxicated.
Why?
They just take the one word and they change it.
Yeah, change it. And you're supposed to think it's so profound.
Infiltrate. We will outfiltrate. It doesn't mean anything. It's not a word.
Oh, you reversed it.
Yeah.
I get it.
Boo.
Die.
Ant, I love you. This
Jimmy,
was so much fun. Thank you.
So much fun.
Thanks for returning.
I'm like MacArthur. No, I love it. Anytime, of course. I'm enjoying your show. I watch it.
Thank you.
And I've said it looks good, sounds good. Could probably change this.
The aesthetics. For anyone listening, Anthony's implying that my face is what spoils his production, and he's not wrong.
No, I love it, and I think you're doing a great job with this.
Thank you,
got
buddy.
A nice producer here seems to know what he's doing.
The homeless pimp is very, very good.
That must be nice to have.
Yes.
We went 10 years with that clusterfuck.
Wow, you're prepared.
Yeah, wow.
Tech issue and you fixed it?
Yeah, how does that happen?
And I want to come down to South Carolina. We want to come down and see you and Missy, and I want to do your show down there. I want to come down and do it for real.
Absolutely. Looking forward to it. Jimmy, thank you so much.
Thank you, buddy. And let's do a nice big... Now, we still have not figured out a catchphrase to get us out of this show.
We don't have to do this.
No.
Double.
Oh, I forgot about
Remember
that.
double guns?
Oh, God. Wait, and we would do...
Chippy-ki-yay for the mucker. You want to do it?
Okay.
For old time's sake?
Sure. All right, we'll start. We go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Chippy-ki-yay for the muckers.
And I didn't do it.
I know I did.
Great.
Thank you so much for calling my show. The episode's over, it's time to go. Good luck, stupid, good luck, stupid. I hope everything works out. Good luck, stupid, good luck, stupid. Don't blame me when it doesn't work out. Good luck, stupid, good luck, stupid. Don't blame me when it doesn't work out.